Whoops. Forgot to put us back.
I was like, oh, I guess it's just Carly and I.
Hi, guys.
Oh my goodness, I had a customer that said, like, well, hello. I was like, oh my goodness.
Did you laugh?
She's
like, why are you laughing at me?
I had to really stop myself.
Uh-oh. Buddy's trying to put Melissa Jane in timeout. Got to put my phone down. That's my cat. He goes for somebody once every stream. All right.
Well, because
Hi, Mousy.
Your attention is not on him.
I know. I have to split my attention.
Just like when the kids decide to act up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes. You're right. It is Buddy. Buddy the needy kitty.
Oh my goodness.
I sent you that. He makes up for it by giving me those nice biscuits every night. And he takes that very seriously. So, yeah. Aww. Well, how are you all doing? We sprung that time change on you.
The whole time change in general, I'm still getting used to.
Me too. I don't like that it's, I like that it's late, or later, but I'm still not used to it.
No.
Yeah.
Because I'm just sitting on the couch like, oh, it's still light out. I got plenty of time. Look at the clock like, what the heck? It's 6 o'clock? Oh, heck no.
Yeah. I thought it was 4:30, and then I looked down like, oh, it's 5:17. Oh, no, all right. Gotta get up. Yeah. I'm not sleeping either. I don't know if anyone else has that issue, but.
Oh, I don't have that problem.
What, sleeping? I have been sleeping. Great.
I don't know if it's like the spring break schedule threw me off and I didn't have to have an alarm.
You guys already had spring break?
Yeah, last week.
Oh, yeah. We don't do our spring break until around Easter time.
Oh.
Yeah, they just put it as a week. It used to be a week before Easter. I'm not sure if they're changing it to where now you get off that Friday, you get off that Friday, and then there's Saturday, and then Easter Sunday, and then spring break. I have to look at the calendar. I think my husband threw away. He goes he go through cleaning spurges and just start throwing stuff away, which he usually don't throw anything important away. So I just got to figure out where did he put it. It's just the calendar for what days we have off. All right, anyway.
Yeah. Juju, what is a super snooze? I need definitions. I know what a disco nap is.
Probably hitting snooze every chance instead of waking up.
I don't think so. Something tells me it's not that.
Or snoozing.
Hi, Jen.
Super way.
Oh no.
Really?
We'll try not to like it.
Oh, Mousy, right after our stream, there's a tiny break, and then there's the AITA over at Claire's. That's why we moved ours forward, and we're only doing an hour. So, if you must, but just know, AITA is making its appearance. Oh, catching up on sleep. Okay.
So are you getting the actual required amount through the night? Are we talking about where you sleep certain, I sleep sometimes between 5 to 6 hours a night, and then I'll nap after I wake up with the gremlin, and then I'll nap while he's doing his thing. And then I'll go to work, and then I'll sometimes nap afterwards.
What's a nap?
I don't know. Sometimes I don't mean to nap. I'd just be sitting here and I just doze off. I think I fell asleep modding last night. Whoops.
Nice.
I was just sitting here all comfortable. Yeah, that's what I do.
I know. Yeah. I crashed last night. I did not move. I woke up literally in the same exact position. Oh, yeah.
What does that feel like?
Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah.
I don't ever wait.
Hey, Irish.
Oh,
Cardinal.
Wow. Hey, Irish.
Giving me shade for not having Twitter.
Twitter's been a little chill lately. At least for me.
Yeah. I was going to say everywhere or
probably not everywhere. Certainly not everywhere.
Yeah, no. Because
oh my goodness.
I remember when I first got a Twitter and I only followed like a select group. It was mostly like for health and fitness stuff. And that was pretty chill. But then when I started venturing out into other corners, that's when I really saw how bad it was.
Yeah.
And don't really want to go back.
Sorry. You know who gets really testy besides
Elon Musk?
Well, no, he's his typical weirdness, but I was gonna say besides, people with flowers and stuff. And those people. But the weather people, like storm chasers, those people like fight more than anybody. I'm like, guys, chill.
They get really like when I'm in Ryan Hall, y'all's and sometimes it's so hard to even really pay attention to chat because it's going so fast. But oh my goodness, people get vicious.
Yeah, they do.
Got to correct how to say the name. It's like how to say the name of a town. Like you're really gonna try to correct when like you're typing it. Like, you're not saying like, oh my God.
Yeah.
People are just ridiculous. I was like, ugh.
Yeah. Yep. Well, so we thought we would have just we called it a mental health hangout. We haven't done one in a while. So, and we planned it with no set topic, just so, it's kind of like free forum, I guess.
Yeah.
Lack of a better way to explain it. Just to check in, like open mic night, I guess. Or we can, talk about whatever you want to talk about.
Yeah, it's been 2 months, I think, since our last
time. Before Christmas, so longer than that. I'm gonna cough.
So I'm sure there's got to be a lot going on.
I'm just hoping my internet and my power holds out because this wind is just shaking everything. I already hear the garbage cans going down the street, but I'm not going after them. They don't really go down the street. They just go to the street, and it's just like I don't feel like dealing with it.
Hey,
someone else can.
The street and you chase after it. You gotta stream it or record it for us.
Yeah, like no.
Or just record them moving around and then put like the
Oh no.
Yeah.
I remember one night because my they were all over the place, like tipped over and everything. It was like super windy and rainy, and I went out there to fix them because I know they're going to be in the way for people going in and out. And I'm like, why am I doing this? Because I'm like, it's so cold. I was like, I'm going to get blown away.
So that's April. I can relate to this.
Yeah.
I know I'm learning to get rid of the toxic people in my life, even though they are my cousin, boring until they can get help from themselves. I've learned that this week.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
and as Juju says, those boundaries are hard, especially when they're family, because you hesitate to do it. Well, maybe you don't, but I think a lot of us hesitate to do that when it's family because you feel like it's family. I shouldn't do this, but there comes a point when you have to do it.
Yeah.
Because it is toxic.
Well, I think it's just always embedded in us that our family loves us, and therefore people that love us can't hurt us, can't be toxic. And
the thing,
they absolutely can. I I think I've had the most toxic people in my life have been family.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like what is that saying? Like, forget what the exact saying is. It's like the ones that get you the hardest or the most is usually family.
Yeah.
Like, you wouldn't expect certain things from family, but they end up doing those things.
And I think April, when she says, until they can get help for themselves, is a big part of, at least in my experience. I think I would like to think, I should just put it that way. I would like to think that for the most part, family members don't mean to be as toxic as they are, but they haven't dealt with their own shit.
Yeah.
And that's how they become so toxic.
Mm-hmm.
And like April says, until they fix their shit, they're not, they're going to remain toxic for the most part.
Yeah. Because if they don't even acknowledge what they're doing, how can they change it?
Right.
And then it's like, I can tell you all day long what you're doing, but if you don't agree or whatever, then
or see it. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
It's like, I can hand you a mirror. That's probably about the best I can do. But
yeah. And I agree with what Juju says too. She says, it may just hurt the worst when it's family. And,
that could be it too.
Yeah.
Because like, you don't expect it to be family, and then when it is, it is very hurtful.
Yeah. Because when I've told people about like specific family situations I was going through, one of their first things is, and that's your sister, that's your mom, that's your, and
yeah.
And then it hurts too when you're like, I would never hurt them the way they've hurt me. So that adds to it too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. But hi, Sean.
Hi, Sean. And I always get angry when they think that because they're family, it somehow makes them, for lack of a better word, entitled to hurt you and still be allowed to be a part of your life or kids' lives.
I know that like my father, and now I will preface this with saying that my father isn't what I would call emotionally abusive. He's just an asshole. And he is absolutely feels entitled to pull the parent card and be an asshole with it. It's like, and I just, shake my head and I'm like, I'm going to do what I'm going to do anyway.
Yeah.
And if you don't like it, the phone actually goes both ways. So anyway.
Well, do but people ever tell you, oh, but it's your dad. It's your dad. Like, it's no big deal.
Yeah.
That's the worst.
Yeah. It's my mom, and they're divorced, but my mom will do that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, no. So
almost wants you to, almost feels like you need to, exactly. So why, as my parent, why are they the one doing this shit?
Yeah.
It's like, they're my mom or dad, but I'm their kid, even if it doesn't matter how old I am. It's like, I could never hurt my kids the way I've been hurt by my own parents.
Yeah.
It's like, I know I won't be perfect by any means, but never that way.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I want to give you props, April, for setting that boundary, because it is hard. Mm-hmm. It is a hard thing to do. Mm-hmm. And we're proud of you for doing that.
Yeah. Especially at the very beginning.
Yeah.
When you're not used to it.
Yeah. And they'll want to push back on it and tiptoe up to the line and try and step over it. And you just be strong on where that boundary is for you. And they'll learn eventually. They'll push it.
Yeah.
At the beginning.
Yes, especially the family. I've noticed they're the ones that like to play on the emotions, and like with my mom, I haven't talked to her in almost 8 years, but my older sister has like an on and off relationship with her, and she's always like playing on her emotions, or she'll act like nothing's wrong or nothing happened and be like, "What are you doing?" Or, "Do you have any plans for said holiday?" It's like, huh? Are we really going to ignore what happened? And it's almost like they expect you to forgive and forget, or they just immediately play on the emotions. Like, don't you miss me? Like, I wish we could spend this holiday together. I miss our Sunday brunch at like all that bullshit.
Yeah. Excuse me. I put up Irish's comment because to me this just hits home so much. But it reminds me, and this I share this with people all the time, about one of the most, it seems so basic, but it was one of the most profound things that I learned or took away from therapy. But Irish says that, she's learned that people don't change and that she had to change, and accept what she, either accept what she doesn't like or lose the contact. Right. And it reminded me of, I'd be in therapy and I would be talking about something and how, I would do something and why don't other people do this? And my therapist just looked at me, deadpan in the eyes and said, people aren't like you. Everybody's wired differently. People aren't going to do exactly what you would do in that same situation. Mm-hmm. And it dawned on me, like, yeah, people aren't like me. I either have to accept what they are or move on. Not accept what they are. That didn't come out right. Accept that they're not going to do what I would do and either be okay with that or move on.
Yep.
So
in the book my therapist is actually having me read right now, it says the same thing. Like, a lot of times we struggle. It's like we want a reason why. Like, why would they hurt me like this? Why are they like this? And I'm not. And instead of really looking for an answer, sometimes it's just simple. That's who they are. And like you said, if we can't expect them to change, so we have to put up the boundaries and say no. And no is a complete sentence. I am trying to remind myself of that too, that you don't have to put up with it.
I've logged plenty of couch time, Irish, plenty of it. No shame in that game.
No. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I haven't, like, I've told you guys, but not everyone, that I just started therapy finally. And at first I had a therapist, like, I liked her and whatnot, but I also didn't feel like a sigh of relief when I was finished with her. But then I ended up trying a new therapist and I adore her. And I feel like I clicked with her and I just had a better session with her. So she'll be my regular from now on.
Yay.
But she gave me homework, which, but
homework.
Yeah. Well, that's what she called it. She goes,
Grace gets homework sometimes too, don't you, Grace?
Yes.
Well, she was up front with me and said, just so you know, I give homework to my patients. So if that's not okay with you, I just want to whatever. But she said that's usually what makes it more successful. So I said, hey, if I'm going to be paying you, I want to get the best treatment. So if I have to read a book or something, that's fine.
I'm just curious if the book was, I think, and I may get the title slightly wrong, but the one that my, first, she wasn't my therapist. She was my psychiatrist before she left the practice, and I am with the new one. But it's either the gentle art or the subtle art of not giving a fuck or something like that.
No,
pardon my French.
That sounds like I want to read it though.
Yeah, I'll get you the exact title and send it over to you.
It's called Women Who Think Too Much, because apparently as women
think too much.
We're more likely to have depression, overthink, and have anxiety and all that more than men are likely to.
Yes. that is another thing that has, I mean, I've always known it, but in this last kind of downward trend that I've had is, realizing that the meds are a big help, but they're not going to do all the work.
No.
You have to meet them. You're kind of meeting them in the middle. So, yeah.
Exactly. Because, well, when it comes to like anxiety, for example, like, yeah, the medication is there to help you, but you got to kind of figure out what is triggering the anxiety. The pills aren't going to take that triggering away. It's just going to make you feel better.
Yeah.
But if you can't figure out figure out what's triggering it or how to control it, which is very hard. Like, I used to be able to, like, way back, like when I was a teenager, but I can't control them anymore. So that's why I did go on medication to help me. But again, you got to try to figure out, okay, why am I feeling this way? And I noticed when I am more active as far as keeping myself busy, or not where I'm just sitting down and just overthinking about everything, I don't really have them as much as I would.
Yeah. Yeah. And my thing is, right now, the depression's getting me more than the anxiety is.
That has been lately also for me. It's more of, it's just more of a feeling of I just don't have the energy or motivation.
Yeah, it's the energy and the motivation part of it for me.
I just don't want to do anything.
Yeah, and so I could make it through work and then I'd go to the couch, like
pretty much.
Yeah, and then I had just that light bulb moment, like, okay, you can't keep upping the meds, and I mean, you could, but really we're going to have to figure out how to start making small steps to, figure out a way to, like, okay, just vacuum today, and tomorrow just do this, and then just until we are getting rolling again. And
you pretty much, yeah, like you have to, like, I really have to, like, force myself to do other things, like mainly force myself to do things for myself. Because I do so much for my son, as far as, I'm his teacher and his mother, because I homeschool him. So so it is a lot as far as doing that, but then it's like I don't take the time for myself.
Yeah, Juju, that's a big part of it too. And April, gosh, you guys are bringing up so much. There's so much. You two just brought up two big things.
That one, right? What you have highlighted,
yeah,
is probably a big issue for me, as far as I need to eat better as far as the vegetables and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Same.
Maybe lay off all the sugar that I eat.
Yeah. Stacy, that's exactly what I've had to do, is like, if the depression will make me, go into this low motivation, low energy thing. And then what moves right into the anxiety when I get so overwhelmed, I go, oh, I can't do this.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yep, I have to set the small little goals. And then I'm like, okay, I can do this. And then
I have done what, April, I've kind of done that too. Like, because you get into a certain motion, and when you get depressed, and you start losing track of, like, the things you would normally do. And then like kind of what you're saying, everything just starts piling up. And then you kind of start feeling like a failure. And then you start bringing yourself down even more, because you're thinking, oh, why did I do it like this? Why am I doing this? Like, and then, like, you're kind of thinking that you're a burden to everyone else because you're this way. And so I kind of understand where you're coming from, April.
Yeah, I can relate to that, April. Like, my whole life I've kind of been like that. And it's one of those things, you can
I have a
get a
question
rubber
though
band.
with
Oh,
you.
sure.
So
Yeah.
with you, Grace, could it have been because, like you said, your dad's not like verbally like abusive or anything, but just kind of the way he's an ass. It could
Yeah.
have been because of that. Because I noticed my mom, because he sounds a lot like my papa, which is my mom's dad, and she has started to open up a lot more. Like when we talk, like she's starting to open up a lot more about how, as growing up, he was more of like he's an ass and was more of a verbal abusive, like the way he would say things, and she's like, I would believe it. Like he would say what, like he would go, why are you doing it like this? Are you dumb? And so she's like, I just felt that way my whole life, and I just felt like a failure my entire life.
Yeah.
And she's starting to open up more to me about that, which is like, okay, want to tell her like, I don't want to tell her to go to therapy, because therapy on that side is like a big no. Who needs
Well,
therapy?
except don't push it. You just talk about
No,
how it's been helpful to you, and that's really the best way, for people who are against it, is to talk about how it's been helpful for you. But yeah. Oh, yeah, Stacy, that's another thing too. And
yes,
even whether it's social media or not, is comparing yourself is like the surest way to make yourself feel bad.
Yep.
And you just like, we can't. You have to just compare yourself to who you want to be and who you are. And that's, like, and I'm going to use this for an example. Like Juju is talking about how she doesn't feel great when she eats McDonald's, and it makes her feel less than, I can't remember where she scrolled up what she said.
I really like the thing
Like,
is I think I'm understanding what she's saying as far as when it comes to McDonald's. For some
yeah,
reason,
I mean, if you
when it's
make
McDonald's, it really makes you feel like crap.
yeah, if you're eating a steady diet of fast food, you're probably going to feel like crap. At the
Yeah,
same time, if
and I
don't
said the
compare
forbidden
yourself,
word.
but don't compare you. Oh, did he hear you? Just his
He's
eyes
right
get
here
big and
next
turn
to me.
around. He's like, okay, I'm getting a Happy Meal. But at the same, I'm just using this as an example. So Juju is, let's say, what she wants to do is go full clean eating. Okay, so that's what she's going to do. Don't compare yourself to Juju if that's not the track you want to be on. Which is not to say go eat a full steady diet of fast food, but don't try to be Juju. Don't try to be Juju. You're not Juju. We love Juju and we love you. We all have to find the track that we want to be on. So whether it's, whatever it is, I don't know. I probably totally blew that in how I'm trying to say it, but
No, Mousy, that is not weird at all. That is a hobby. That is your hobby, and there's nothing wrong with
yes,
that. And that
yes,
is the problem.
it
That's
keeps your
probably what,
mind from,
yes. And
yes,
that's the thing is, I really don't have, honestly, I really don't have any hobbies I'm really into, as
yeah,
far as like, to where if I was into something like that, heck yeah, I would be doing it.
yeah,
And I probably wouldn't have so much depression or
yeah,
anxiety, but like I do like to do video games and stuff, but I don't have the energy for it, and I don't have the patience anymore like I used to. So I don't really feel that's a hobby anymore. So don't ever, I'm just saying, it's not weird. Don't bring yourself down.
yeah.
That's your hobby. That's nothing wrong with that.
And one other thing, like for April, if you want to one thing I love about the brain is it they call it neuroplasticity. Like the brain can change. We have one scientist. I can't remember what her actual degree is. Like if she's a neuropsychologist or what she is, but anyway, she was giving a lecture to us, and she talked about how our thought, when we get into a rut of a thought pattern, it's like you're a little train on a little track in your brain is just going to go on this one path, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And that's what the brain is now programmed itself to do with your thought pattern. So if you think of your thought pattern, like April said, of that negative self-talk, like, oh, I'm so stupid, or whatever it is, because our brains are like have this neuroplasticity, they can relearn to or learn to reroute this thought pattern. So you can change that, oh, I'm so stupid, to whatever you want to replace it with. Like, I'm pretty smart. I'm worth it. Whatever it is you want to replace it with. And one trick that you can do, it's not a particular favorite of mine because I don't like pain, but you can get a rubber band and wear it around your wrist. And when you have that thought of, oh, I'm so stupid, you snap your wrist. Or you can get, like if you want to carry a paperclip in your pocket, you can I don't know, something that just reminds you to change that thought pattern as it happens. And eventually that little track in your head, it gets rerouted from the I'm so stupid when you're having these whatever reaction that makes you say that to something more positive.
Yeah.
So
it's almost like rewiring your brain slowly.
It is rewiring your brain.
Yeah.
So I think the brain is super cool, but it's kind of like with the meds. We have to the brain isn't going to rewire itself until we do our part to practice getting it there. Yeah, like a fidget toy you could do.
Yeah. Or a stress ball. I like those.
Yeah. Yeah.
You need to get a new one too. Or what's that thing you have, the is it a sheep or the
Oh yes. Where are you? No, that's not you. You are. You haven't been out for a while. Let's take you out for a spin. It's my screaming goat.
Scream with the goat.
Oh goodness. Ay.
Well, since Irish wants to call me out about Twitter, social media, like, I can't say it's all bad because that's how I met you guys. Yeah. But what I can't stand is those who, it makes me more annoyed when, like, because I have kids, so I'll see a lot of like mom accounts, and I hate the ones that try to be relatable, but they'll be like, oh, look at my mess. But the photo of their mess, it's like an organized mess with beautifully filtered photos and like just the fake, oh my gosh, look at this mess look on their face. Like, okay, if you're going to try to relate to other moms out there, stop staging your stress. Like, just be real about it.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I cannot relate to you when your white couch is still bright white and you have 5 children. Like, no.
Yeah. That's the whole IG mom thing, or IG, whatever it is that you're looking at, where they have it so perfect. It's like, none of us, that's not real life for about 99% of it. So.
And I flat out asked one day, like, all you influencers or you mom, like, how do you keep your house so clean with, you have twice as many kids as I do? And other people say, oh, they hire help, or they'll get that one angle of their house that looks clean and it's not. And I'm just like, why do we do that to ourselves? Like, why do we, it's like, that's how it is. Like, it's a giant mess as much as we love it most of the time. And other days we don't. But it's like, why can't we be real about real life? For what? I am more likely to follow and support and share the post of the mom crying, saying the hard day she had, and like she's got the real mess behind her. Like, I can get on board with that. Like, oh my God, I get it. But the fake, no. And then I'm like, okay, my house doesn't look like that. Like, what am I doing wrong? And then I start literally going in my head, what am I doing wrong? Why can't I keep my house spotless. They can do it. Why can't I? And
yeah,
I'm not down with that.
yeah, yeah. It's this impossible standard. You know, it started before social media with magazines with that
Yeah.
you can't meet this standard, but we're going to keep going for it. And then social media with, you know, you have to achieve the standard. And at some point, hopefully you realize that this is filters and that this is all of these things. So
You
Yeah.
just got to remember what you see on social media is what people allow you to see.
right.
They're not gonna show. They're not gonna show what's really going on. No one wants
Yeah.
like no one wants the no one wants their demons out on the internet.
No.
That's Juju. That is.
I don't know. Somebody let some demons out on the internet. So somehow they got here. You coming over to say hi to Juju? Or are you just looking for food? He's like, food. But I'll say hi to Juju. But he won't say it out loud. Because he never says anything out loud.
No, that's Conan.
Yeah.
Yeah, the magazines too. Like for so many years, I'm sure a lot of women didn't realize that it's like fake and photoshopped, and they were getting EDs and all like going down that tough road to try to look like something that's not even real.
Yeah, because you know you're gonna have to take that slip cover off to wash it. And who's gonna do that? I tried it once. Ain't doing.
Mm-mm.
It's gone.
I don't like the look of a slip cover even.
I don't. I don't either. It was because the couch we had before the one we have now was leather. It was a cool looking couch. I will never get leather couch again, but it was just not comfortable. So we're like, okay, maybe if we try a slip over it, it might be a little bit more comfortable. No,
I don't even like leather, like leather interior in the car too, especially at summertime.
Oh,
like
ouch.
It's so painful.
Just like that steering wheel.
I wouldn't want that on my couch either.
Were we in the mole hole when I had my accident, or was that?
I think that might have been before, a little bit before when.
I think that was.
Because you were
it was
still
in
talking
October.
about it in chat.
Okay. Yeah. So I had my accident in like the worst time to have to go buy a car. And the one that, like, if you see it in their, you know, online, whatever, it's usually gone by the time you get there. So I went down once I got paid out from the accident, and I went down, it was a Friday night, and there was a beautiful car there. There's no new cars, like that's impossible. This was like right in the thick of COVID. But there was one that was a couple of years old, had like really low miles on it, but it has black leather. I live in Texas. I'm like,
You're not gonna put a seat cover.
I'm like, I don't know about this. Like, you know, luckily I work from home most days, but you know, when you burn your butt off, you burn your butt off. This damn car, I didn't realize it for like 2 or 3 months. This damn car has air conditioned seats.
Oh my goodness. So you did buy it though?
I did buy it. Yeah.
I can't remember if you did.
Yeah.
Well, you have a garage, don't you?
Oh yeah, I do. But when I do have to go to work and it sits out there, there's no shade in our parking lot.
Do you leave it in the parking lot instead of the garage on the days you have to work?
When I have to go to the office, there's no parking garage.
Oh, when you're at the, I'm like going, wait, because you're talking about at the office, not at your home.
No.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, the car, it was the Ultima we had leather seats. Burned.
Yeah.
Because I would go. This was before we started parking in our garage, and I was going to work at 4 in the afternoon, Like I was leaving around like 4:20ish. So it was like around the hottest time of the day. So yeah, you can imagine how freaking hot those seats were.
Ugh.
That is awesome. That's the thing. I've never, you know about heated seats, but who knew about
I
air
know.
conditioning?
I know.
Whoever owned that car before you was a true Texan. They, they like implanted,
Yeah.
they put it in there.
Yeah. Anyway. Oh yeah, I love the heated seats though.
Yeah.
And I haven't paid for the thing where you can start it from your car. I don't know. I just feel like I don't know. I've thought about it because that's where the package where like it has the oh, I forgot what it's called. Where they can track it if it gets stolen or whatever.
Yeah.
And just the Chevy calls it OnStar. I don't know what Hyundai calls it, but I don't know, but like you can start, I can be up at my desk and start my car and it'll be all cool by the time I go get down there. But I don't know. I toy with the idea, but I haven't done it yet. So.
Yeah, I know some people that would do it. Like they would just have their car just going with the AC on while they're in the store grabbing stuff.
Yeah. Just to keep it cold, so it's not like an oven when you get into it.
Yeah.
I had a coworker who liked that. She goes, when you open your hot oven and the hot air blows? I said, yeah. She goes, I love that feeling.
Blue Link. That's what it's called. Yes, Blue Link.
I was like, you are out of your mind.
I only love that feeling when it's cold.
I don't like it ever.
Even then, I don't like it. But that's how I feel. That's how I feel walking out on a 110 plus 110 degree weather in the summer. Like, ugh, who opened up the oven and left it open?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's like when you just walk out from the air conditioned office, Texas heat. It's like,
That's the thing. Like when we were working in office, it was so cold in there all year round. It was always so cold. I wore a sweat. It'll be like so hot outside, but I was wearing a sweater inside, and I would forget to take my sweater off. And as soon as I walk out, I was like, "Oh God, I forgot to take my sweater off."
Yeah. Well, just a heads up. We're limiting our stream to an hour tonight, so that's about 10 minutes left.
Mm-hmm.
So we can run over to the Am I the Asshole, the return of Am I the Asshole over on Claire's channel. So just want to give you all the heads up on that.
Oh, another disclaimer. I forgot to say in the beginning, but we are no means professionals of anything, just providing a safe place for everyone to.
Yes.
And when we talk about the medication, we're talking about the medication that works for us.
Yes.
It doesn't always work for everyone. Not everyone has to take it. Talk to your professional.
Yes. Even things like, cutting off contact with toxic people, these are things that you shouldn't do. You work through. Don't do it on a whim just because you heard it here. This is just a place to talk it out.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Open and vent.
Yes.
And
I read that as open event.
Yes, but trust Juju on the McDonald's. But I have to say, Juju, McDonald's does have the best fries, and you just cannot beat the way a Diet Coke tastes in a McDonald's, from a McDonald's.
Not beat their sweet tea, their diabetes sweet tea. You can't.
You probably
and
can.
I love sweet tea.
You can probably beat your sweet tea any given place down here.
I'll blame that on, because growing up on my mom's side, there was every single, like all my aunts had sweet tea. My Nana had two things of tea. There was the super sweet tea, there was a sweet tea, or there was no, actually it was a super sweet tea, and then there was no sugar added, so you can kind of add your own. But
I do the no sugar. I don't do sweet tea.
Yeah. I don't do sweet tea either.
Because my husband had this, he loves the sweet tea from McDonald's, and he had me try it one time. I about choked on it. It was
yeah, sometimes it's too sweet for some people. Like there is a such thing as something being too sweet to where it does make you feel sick after trying it.
Like I like a flavored tea, but not just like from the South. No, I can't do it. And I haven't tried I don't really go to McDonald's at all, other than like for the ice cream cones anymore. But yeah, I haven't had soda from there. Now I want one.
I read an article that there are actually several reasons why the sodas taste different at McDonald's. Like they have it down to a science, down to the straw size, and I remember the straw size is different. I don't know if that's true, but and then
size matters, I guess.
Yeah. And then
I had to go there. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And then other things that they do, but I remember they said the straw size is very specific. But
well, can they figure out a science on how to make sure their ice cream machine works every time?
Nope.
I heard, I don't know if this is true, but I heard the reason it's always broken is because they had a contract or something with one company to fix them, and it was up until recently they were under a warranty with that company or under contract with that company, and there was something about that. Yes, what Juju was saying, the way they store it and all of that stuff makes it different.
Thing is, what they really mess up about is getting rid of the big and tasty. Like, come on.
What was a big and tasty?
You know, the big and tasty was like where it would be. It was pretty. It's I don't know. It's hard to explain because it's been so dang long since I've had one. But it just was where they had it separated. Like they had the bun and the lettuce and tomato and pickle on like one side that you put it on yourself, I guess, so it keeps it more fresh or something like that.
Oh, okay. I don't think I ever had one. Didn't order enough cream. Oh, okay.
Well, get it together.
Yeah.
Well, at least now on the app, it tells you if their machine is down, so you don't.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it will say unavailable.
We were gonna go after running errands, and it said currently unavailable.
Yeah, it'll say it's not available.
Sean, like,
that's good in case you don't waste a trip.
Yeah, I also I would also take. I'm gonna get so much heat for this. Oh, I'm gonna get so much heat. I will take McDonald's coffee over Starbucks. I said it. I'm not a Starbucks fan.
It depends.
I'm not a big Starbucks fan. Like I used to be, but you have
just
to
for
go
straight
to the
black
right
coffee.
Ones.
You just
no.
Okay.
Their iced mochas are a lot better than.
They do a good iced mocha. I do like their iced mocha, but that's the reason for that is because they're using a chocolate syrup and not a powdered mocha mix.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that is true.
I like the iced caramel one they have.
Yeah, they do have an iced caramel, but yeah, I cannot do I every time I try to do an iced mocha at Starbucks, it's either it's just so nasty tasting, like it's just like not even too strong or too sweet or anything. It just doesn't taste like I can never finish it, so it's just a waste of money.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead and read what Stacy's saying.
Whoa. Oh, I've never had it with oat milk. Oh my goodness. Now I want to do that.
Yes, Juju. They have iced mocha.
Oh yeah, I get oat milk most of the time since I don't typically drink dairy, but
I have to say the white chocolate mocha, I don't know if I've really had. I know my brother always gets that one.
That one's really sweet.
Maybe that's what I need to get.
If you compare it to their other mocha, it's real sweet.
Yeah, because that's the thing is I can't do their iced mochas anymore. And then that's the thing is I can't do their frappuccinos anymore because their frappuccinos are now way too sweet.
And for me, I have to be near a bathroom if I have one. So I haven't had one in. I'm just being honest here. As good as they were, like I'm glad this Target has a bathroom because y'all.
I haven't tried any of those. I haven't tried the oat milk creamers yet. I should try those.
Those sound really good.
What'd you say?
Yes. Oh, I was saying that sounds really good. The oat milk.
Yeah. I wanted to get. It was on my list at Walmart for it was what did they call it? A churros something creamer.
Oh.
And they substituted it for just the Cinnabon creamer.
You could get, oh geez, I think it is International Delight has a churro creamer.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah, it's good. We've gotten it, but the International Delights, I always get their Hershey's chocolate one. That's like my top favorite. They used to have a white chocolate macadamia nut one.
Yeah, that one's good.
My husband
coffee and fries,
and we could never find it now. We only could find it at Winco, but we can't find that creamer anymore. It's just gone.
It's gone forever.
I hate that. It's like you start falling in love with certain flavors and then it just disappears. We do that with the energy
just like
drinks.
Sugar cookie at Starbucks.
Yeah.
Bring it back.
It's like you make me love
it. Don't go. Yeah.
Fruity Pebbles creamer?
I've had it. No. I've had it and it's not too bad. Honestly, it's not bad.
It's like I can't. People tell me it's good, but I cannot get behind Reese's peanut butter creamer. Like, no. Why are you putting peanut butter in my coffee? No.
I think it would that'd be good if you're like making a milkshake and pour some in there. But
yeah,
it kind of tastes like almost kind of tastes like you're eating Reese's Puffs with coffee. Honestly,
but I wouldn't do that.
Why do?
But I don't.
I did have Fruity Pebbles with beer way back in college.
They have peanut butter beer too.
The thing is,
it's not good.
I really do like dark chocolate strawberry kind of mix in the coffee. There's this like little coffee store.
I don't know. Nope.
Yeah.
Years ago, Starbucks had I think it was for Valentine's Day or something. It was their new whatever.
Yeah, I think was it a covered cherry or something like that?
Yeah, it was like
dark chocolate cherry.
Yeah. I threw it away before I left the place.
Me too. I didn't like that.
Well, that's because it came from Starbucks.
No, like
no.
It was.
Sorry.
Pretty much everything I've tried from there, I have liked. Some more than others, but that is the only time I've thrown something out. Or other than their, it was like an orange refresher. It tasted like that Tang powder stuff. It was nasty.
Ew. Are you talking about Bailey's?
They don't they have a Bailey's?
Yeah, they do. They have Bailey's creamer.
But I guess that's just
really good. It's just the creamer, but I'm pretty sure you can add some alcohol in it. Yeah, just pour a little Jack in put a little Jack in your coffee. No, nothing wrong with that.
Feels like a upper and downer at the same time.
Yeah, right. Well, they actually have these energy drink beer type things too. Like it's an energy drink and beer, and it's like who thinks of this stuff? Like, let me just keep drinking this and get super jittery and drunk at the same time. Yeah, no.
Well, and they make
Frangelico is like hazelnut, right?
What's Frangelico?
That's like I think it's like hazelnut flavored liqueur.
I love hazelnut.
I do love hazelnut too.
I only really like it in a bottle of Nutella.
I just taste chocolate with Nutella, but
yes, I do taste chocolate hazelnut.
Like the hazelnut creamer, the Coffee Mate, love it. Those
I love the Irish cream too. So yeah. I do love Irish cream.
We have the Irish cream Torani syrup and mix that with whatever kind of cream. And I don't know if you guys have Dutch Bros, but
yes.
they have a couple different drinks.
They go too crazy.
They use Irish
They
cream.
go nuts. They go nuts with some of their coffees, and sometimes it's like too sweet. They actually use, because I don't know, you guys have the drive up ones. They actually use, like when they're mixing in chocolate and stuff, they use chocolate milk and chocolate syrup.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of their drinks, I have to tell them like no mocha in it or chocolate, because so many of their drinks have mocha in it. But
yeah, it's so some of their stuff's so sweet, but it really annoys me because there's a Dutch Brothers right next to the bank I normally would go to get like quarters and stuff, and the people that go to Dutch Brothers they don't care about you at all. They just block everything up in the way. The line goes out to the street, a really busy street, at 5 o'clock in the evening. Like, you guys are crazy.
That's like Chick-fil-A around here.
Yeah, they are good, but they have been too sweet. Like I can't drink them much anymore, like as much as I would. So, like I remember when I first got it, like they, each time they open up a new one, you get a free coffee that day. And my mom and I waited probably a good while in line, and it wasn't really worth it not to wait that long.
I think we're just about at the hour mark.
We are. Just there, yeah.
Oh, that's right. My Stacy, my husband was saying he saw that. He's like, there's a creamer. He was gonna get it because it was mocha hazelnut, but it's like $2 cheaper than the other one because of it having friends on it. He's like, screw that.
Yeah.
Because he wanted, yeah, he's like, yeah, there's a creamer. I was gonna get this creamer. It has like, friends, the show on it. He's like, but it's $2 more than the one I got. And he's like, that's just, yeah, because it has friends on it.
Yeah.
Like, ridiculous.
That's dumb.
What are you doing here, Claire?
I know, right?
What are you doing here, Claire? We're just shutting down so we can all go over to AITA.
Thank you for coming, Claire, but you're going to be late. You got like 25 minutes.
25 minutes. Yeah, we're getting your mod ready to go over. And all these people.
I know we got two of her mods because always Grateful's in here too. Oh no, she's spying.
Uh-oh.
Don't take our content. I'm just kidding. Find out if you are the asshole.
Yeah.
Next on Dragon Ball Z.
Prime arsehole picking here. Oh, no worries, Claire.
That was you last week, Grace. Running late.
Yep. Yeah, and today I'm setting the alarm. I'm like, okay, now make sure there's a noise on this alarm.
Well, you got off. Oh, so you had what? You had an hour and a half, right? Like I did. Yeah. Because normally we would have 2 hours. Yeah. Because I was like, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna eat? No, I'm just gonna sit here and watch videos on my phone. Oh crap! Look at the time.
I thought Mousy did the assholes before.
I think she did. I know Juju did.
Yeah. What did he say? Assholes?
No, he's saying he's talking about a game called Half-Life.
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay.
He knows he can't be cursing.
Okay.
Whose is that?
It's not mine.
It's mine.
Is it your husband? Or is he sleeping?
No, he's home.
Oh, that's right. Did his schedule change?
A few months ago.
Yeah, so he used to work graveyard, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that must be nice, though.
Now it flipped.
Well, all right, guys. Shall we wrap this up and have a potty break if we need to before Claire starts?
Yeah, I need to eat something.
I need food.
Okay.
Me too. I know we probably cut into Carly's dinner time.
Oh, oops.
Because you usually.
It's fine. It wasn't completely ready anyway, so give it a little longer.
What'd you cook?
I had shredded beef cooking in the crock pot with like an enchilada sauce to make tacos.
Oh, I'll be on my way.
I always end up making tacos when we stream. I don't even
because it's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday, Taco Tuesday. Well, are you turning it into? Are you doing like more of an enchilada though, or?
No, I'm just gonna put it in shells with cheese, lettuce, and all that.
I know. I haven't made my enchiladas in a long time. I need to make it. Enchiladas takes a lot of work, and I'm too dang lazy.
Not if you do it like my mama does. Like I told you, she is white suburban mom enchilada lady.
Yeah, but I do it. Well, I need to start doing it after I've done like a bunch of the chicken in the crock pot, like I have been doing, because then it's already shredded for me. Because I normally will, cook the chicken, shred the chicken, and then do it all like right there, and then fry up the tortillas. Yeah.
Hi, Grandma Sherry.
Hey, Grandma Sherry. I know everyone's like starting to show up, as we're getting ready to leave, and I feel so bad.
We started a little earlier, Grandma Sherry, and we're only doing an hour tonight, so you got here right as we're closing up shop. Unfortunately,
we did an hour and 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Are we? Oh, next week is going to be a fun week because aren't we doing game night?
We are doing game night.
We need to try that one because I know Juju sent us.
Yes, we have to practice that first, though.
Yeah, we want to try a game that Juju sent us.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh
my goodness.
Thank you all for coming and having
Thanks for coming
with us.
Yeah, thank you for coming. It was, and glad everyone got to talk. Just again, let us know what you want us to do.
Game night, Juju. Imagine that. Imagine that. I think Mousy might have a specific game that she would like to play. I don't know. Possible.
Well, Juju, there is game nights every Wednesday night in Claire's Discord.
Alrighty.
Anyway, well, we will see you all. If it's not next week, if it's not in 20 minutes, we'll see you around the dial.
All right.
Alrighty. Okay. Be ready for it. Here it comes.
Bye.
No, you're too soon.
Bye.